What is it that makes the great endurance athletes great? What helps them with achieving their ambitions regardless of their sport? There are so many factors that contribute to this, but one of the most underrated reasons is their nutrition. And in this video, I'm going to reveal what I think are the 5 most important food habits of elite athletes, which by complete coincidence are the most important ones for the amateurs too. If you're new here, then hey, my name's James and I'm a registered sports nutritionist and I work with amateur and professional endurance athletes. The habits that I'm going to mention today are ones that I've seen practiced by the best in the business, and I'm going to show you how you can leverage them to improve your own training and racing. And the last habit that I'm going to mention has the power to be a complete game changer for those looking for performance, and it's one that I am super passionate about. But before I talk about that, let's talk about the one that keeps the rest of their diet in check, and that's having a standard baseline of food. This is an incredibly useful way of managing your nutrition on a daily basis, and the aim is to have a set meal plan which you follow, which is used as a building block for the rest of your day's nutrition. Ideally, plan this at the beginning of your week and start with 3 main meals. And those 3 main meals should cover the majority of the energy that you need if you didn't do any training. You can then plan in some snacks depending on your training volume. So this could be something as simple as a banana or an apple, or it could be something more substantial like some granola, fruit and yogurt. And on top of that, you have a standard rule for your training nutrition, which might look something like this. There are multiple examples of world-class athletes like Eliud Kipchoge eating like this and having a very basic but structured approach to their nutrition. And this is a simple but brilliant way of managing your nutrition needs. It also has the added benefit of reducing decision fatigue. You don't have to spend any extra brain energy thinking about it because it's already mapped out for you. If you link this to the second habit, it becomes even more powerful, and that's to adapt your calorie and carb intake to your training. It's amazing to have a standard baseline of your food, but it's important to remember that things can change. If you end up moving around your training or taking some unplanned rest, then your nutrition should change with it. And this means that your calories match your training volume, which is the ideal scenario. In addition to this, if your training load or intensity decreases, then your carbohydrate intake should too. And the opposite is true as well. This is because carbs are a finite energy source, so you need to make sure that they positively scale with your training. More training, more carbs. Less training, less carbs. This is generally the best and healthiest approach to your nutrition, and we call this periodized nutrition, or fueling for the work that's required. It's great to just keep this concept in mind as your training schedule changes over the year, and then your nutrition can adapt with it. One of the things that doesn't need to change over the year and should be a constant is the habit of eating plenty of fruits and vegetables. This sounds so easy to do, but honestly, how many of you do this? How many of you regularly eat your 5 a day? Actually, let's stop this being a rhetorical question. Let me know in the comments how many of you genuinely do this, because I'm interested. Now, by eating this variety of fruits and vegetables, you'll consume lots of micronutrients, so vitamins and minerals, and you'll also consume lots of fiber too. This is awesome for your health in a variety of ways, and it's something which is super worthwhile doing. You're providing your body with all the nutrients it needs to stay healthy, and if you stay healthy, then you're going to be able to train consistently over time and reduce the risk of getting ill. I just wanted to take a quick break from the main video to say thanks to those of you who support my channel as paying members. I really appreciate it, and it honestly means a lot. If you'd like to do the same and contribute to this channel, then you can sign up too, and I'd be incredibly grateful if you did. Alright, back to the video. Another fantastic habits that elite athletes do that you should mimic is that they prioritize their nutrition. Some of them have teams or professionals like me helping them out, but others will be doing it solo. But the common theme is that their nutrition is given as much importance as their training, and if you think about it, that's for good reason. What you eat underpins all of your training, and if you underfuel it, then you could run into all of the consequences and problems associated with relative energy deficiency in sport. So that might lead to problems with your cardiovascular, hormonal, reproductive system, and it might increase your risk of things like stress fractures or increase your risk of illness, and all of that is going to impact your ability to stay healthy and train consistently. The adaptations that you make to your training are driven by nutrition too, by the protein that you consume, by the carbohydrates you eat that power you through your exercise. So if you have a training plan but you don't have a nutrition plan, you know what to do. Now, perhaps my favorite of all of these habits is that those who do really well have a positive relationship with their food. This means that they're able to see food for what it is, a source of energy and healthy nutrients, but also a source of joy and fun. Food can be very mechanical in nature and can easily become something that you just eat, and in some cases that is true. The parallel here is your training. Not all sessions are gonna be fun, and you might not always want to do it, and that's normal. But if you lose sight that there should be an element of fun with your training, then it's easy to burn out. The same goes for food. It's so much more than just energy. It's about sharing a slice of cake with a friend, or having some pizza while watching a movie. The best athletes in the world understand this, and they're able to enjoy their food and build it into a healthy, sustainable lifestyle, and I'd encourage you to do the same. The reason why I think this is potentially the most important habit to nurture is because it gives you power over food. It allows you to use food to your advantage to help fuel and adapt and recover from your training, meaning it allows you to put yourself in the best position to stay healthy and train consistently over time. But it also allows you to take a step back when you need to rest, to enjoy food with your friends and family, and not feel the need to justify eating because of your training. If you can build this amazing relationship with food, then you'll put yourself in such a good position, and I really can't emphasize this enough. So I hope you found this video useful, and I'd love to know if any of this really resonated with you. I've put another couple of videos up on the screen now, which I think you might find interesting.